planning a cruise on the Norwegian Gem and you're thinking about maybe purchasing passes to the thermal spa, the Gem is a jewel-class ship with a capacity of about 2,400 guests, which makes it a mid-size option for cruisers. With its deck packed with cruisers scrambling for deck chairs and pool space, you might be thinking it would be nice just to get away and relax for an hour or two each day, particularly after a shore excursion when you're coming back onto the ship, a bit exhausted and could use some rejuvenation. Hey, I'm Karen. My husband and I recently cruised on the Gem out of Civitavecchia on a cruise around Italy, and we were on the fence about purchasing thermal spa passes after watching the videos that were available on YouTube at the time. Luckily, we took a chance on it and found that while the Gem is 20 years old, Norwegian actually spent a good portion of 2025 and 26 refurbishing the entire ship. And in that time, they totally overhauled the thermal spa with some really nice upgrades. We really couldn't have asked for a better experience. For $280 a piece, we visited the spa on all 7 days of our cruise, so it worked out to about $40 a day, which I think is a pretty good deal for what you get. The thermal spa, you'll also hear it called the thermal suite, although to me that sounds like a stateroom, so I'm going to stick with spa. It's a little less misleading. It's situated up on deck 12 forward with large picture windows that overlook the bow of the ship and the beautiful blue ocean. We'd seen videos that showed separate steam rooms and sauna facilities for men and women and small one-person hot tubs that were situated in the changing rooms, which I thought was really kind of weird. But all of that is gone and it's been replaced with some really nice facilities that are open to everyone. So let's start with the pool area. They keep the pool at about 90 degrees, so it's really comfortable, and it's about 4 feet deep at its deepest end with a sloping lounge in the shallow end. If you use it, you should think about bringing a towel to use as a pillow in the shallow end and be sure to turn on the jets there. It's a really nice experience. There are also a couple of waterfall jets in the deep end that are fantastic for your upper back and neck, with a middle area of the pool that also has a number of jets that provide exhilarating resistance and a hot tub-like experience. There's also a separate hot tub if you need a little warmer water, and it actually can hold about 8 people, though we never saw more than 2 people in there at any given time. The pool itself is never crowded. In fact, we had it to ourselves most of the time, with maybe 2 to 4 other people enjoying it on other occasions. Compare that to what the situation is like on the deck of the ship. The thermal spa offers cold water infused with lemons or oranges, as well as a selection of hot teas that can be carried over to any of the relaxation lounge chairs. They've added these new agey stimulation chairs that seem to vibrate with a really low sonic tone while cycling through different soft shades of color. I found them pretty relaxing, but I prefer a chair with a view. So the thermal spa offers almost 24 comfortable heated lounge chairs that overlook the huge glass windows at the front of the ship that gives us some amazing views, especially when leaving the ports that we visited. The loungers always have plenty of availability. I prefer the new loungers to the old stone loungers because they're a little softer and more comfortable. Maybe just as important, noise is kept to an absolute minimum in the thermal spa. I know some people need ambient noise to help them relax, but I'll take the thermal spa any day over the hustle and bustle on deck with all the traffic constantly walking by. Now, this is where the refurbishments really pay off. The Gem has been fitted with a total of 6 new relaxation rooms, all accessible from the main area of the thermal spa, no longer separated by gender. There's a new cold room with snow packed in the corner. You can scoop up the snow and apply it to achy muscles. My husband used it and found it really therapeutic for his lower back. Some of the cold rooms on NCL ships are literally freezing with snow on the floor. This isn't the case with the Gem. I found it to be really comfortable and a nice swing from visiting the sauna and dealing with 160-degree temperatures. So the Gem also now offers 2 saunas, so let's check them out. On the starboard side of the ship, their charcoal sauna is kept at about 60 degrees Celsius or 140 Fahrenheit. And you can pour water to kick up a little steam if you like. Over on the port side, the Finnish sauna is much warmer, literally in the 70 to 90 degrees Celsius range, or about 160 to 190 degrees, which I thought was reserved, for ovens. But I found to be pretty relaxing and comfortable with its oak benches for a few minutes. Helpful safety tip, don't fall asleep in there. Both of the saunas have windows that offer beautiful views from the front and the sides of the ship. Don't worry about people walking by because the thermal spa isn't located near any outside walkway. The spa also offers a new salt room on the port side of the ship. Now, if you're not familiar with these, I'm told that the salt room is supposed to help with respiratory health, skin conditions, and promote relaxation through breathing in salt-infused air. According to the internet, inhaling salt particles can help cleanse the respiratory system, reduce inflammation, and clear mucus. So it may help people with conditions like asthma or bronchitis or COPD. The room is set up to mimic a natural salt cave with its walls lined with natural rock salts. I'll bet you could lick the wall and taste salt, though I wouldn't recommend it. Salt therapy is also supposed to help improve skin health by exfoliating, which reduces bacteria and soothes conditions like eczema and psoriasis and acne. The air in the salt room is kept at what I would consider to be a comfortable temperature and humidity level. Honestly, I didn't stay in this room long because I felt like I could get more out of the sauna and the steam room, but you may find it to your liking. Finally, on both sides of the ship, there are steam rooms. These are where I spent a lot of my time. As you might expect, there aren't windows on these rooms. They just get all fogged up. On the starboard side, the steam room has an aromatic feature, which did not appeal to my husband, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. And it also offers a handheld shower head that you can use to spray yourself with cool water, which is a nice touch. And again, space is always available in these rooms. We never saw more than 2 people in a particular room at any time on our cruise. On the port side, the steam room is not aromatic, but also I found that to be extremely comfortable and a satisfying experience. Really opens up those pores. So here's my recommendation if you use the thermal suite. A lot of people will tell you to go straight to the sauna when you get out of the pool because it'll help dry you off and make you feel good, and then you can go sit on the lounge chairs. What I recommend is going straight from the pool and maybe take a shower. There are some showers in the outdoor area next to the pool. They're very private, but go straight to the steam room and allow your pores to open up and absorb the steam for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Then go over to the salt room and take advantage of those therapeutic benefits, especially if you've got a condition that could benefit from an experience like that. When you get out of the salt room, go over to the sauna at that point and spend a good 10 to 15 minutes relaxing in there. When you come out, your body will be all dry. Now, at that point, you might opt to go over to the cold room and spend a few minutes with the snow and ice if you have muscles that could use the therapy. You'll come out of there a little cold, and so the best thing is to go and lie on those loungers, the heated loungers that face the windows on the front of the ship, and get some incredible views before you decide to go back to civilization. So a little more on the thermal spa. The locker rooms are free of charge and they offer a good amount of storage. The ones in the women's locker room were large enough to store a backpack in pretty easily. They operate on an alphanumeric code that you set up each time you visit. It's just one letter, one number. And they offer showers stocked with conditioning shampoos and body wash. And they also have hair dryers available, as well as towels and bathrobes that you're welcome to wear as you walk around the thermal suite. Crew members that staff the thermal spa were very kind and congenial with us. Most of them remembered us by name. If one of us showed up, they would ask where the other one was. And they didn't try to sell us any additional treatments unless we specifically asked about those kinds of services. The spa is open from, I want to say, 9 a.m. until 10 p.m. daily. And when you embark on day 1, you should be able to pack a swimsuit in your carry-on bag and head straight to the spa if you've already pre-purchased a pass. NCL almost always has spa passes available on board during the week. You can either get a weekly pass or you can get a daily pass, which typically runs in the $89 range per person. I have to say, for the most part, the Gem is a pretty no-frills ship. Much like the Pride of America, if you've cruised Hawaii before on Norwegian, the Gem serves a purpose, which is to get passengers, ourselves included, to all the different ports. We had 6 beautiful ports in Italy, Greece, Montenegro, and Croatia, but not a lot of exciting things to do on the Gem itself. But trust, the thermal spa really stands out. You'll spend more on bingo and deal or no deal cards than you would relaxing and enjoying the Gem's beautiful new thermal spa, and you'll feel much better afterwards. And that's my review. I hope you enjoy your upcoming cruise on Norwegian Gem. Safe travels.